Welcome to the Never Yield podcast. Today is Friday, February 13th, and on today's pod, we will recap the Hogs' dominant win at LSU on Tuesday, preview their Valentine's game with Auburn in the bud on Saturday. We'll also talk about a huge commit the Hogs are hoping to get today on Friday. Boy, it's going to be a big one if we pull it off. We'll do a little Razorback preseason baseball preview. We talked about that on the last pod, so we'll get a little more in detail on that. And as they head down to the Shriners Classic in Arlington, and more sports news from around the country. Andrew, how the vibes been this week?
Been great. I got a chance to go up and play Paynes Valley up at Big Cedar on Tuesday. So anytime I can get up there and play, those are some of my favorite courses. So enjoyed. It's a good week. It's a good week. Anytime you swing the sticks. So
lucky dog, you. Does even the grass at Paynes Valley does it go dormant like the rest of them, or is it even still just better than usual?
It does. It's dormant. It's dormant right now. But it's like a lush dormant. If you can, still very well kept, very well manicured. But it was dormant. So and they were recovering from the snow as well. So if it makes you feel any better for not getting up there, it was cart path only. So I got it's a long and wide course. So if you veer off the cart path, you got a little trek ahead of you. So
well, if you're anything like me, your golf game's good enough just to play cart path golf.
Absolutely,
cart path on the right, nice little cut. Cart path on the left, nice little draw.
Yeah,
piece of kit.
Absolutely,
Nothing to it. Yeah, that's awesome. I'm very, very much jealous. I can't wait to get up there this spring or this summer. Very, very pleased with what we saw from the Razorbacks in Baton Rouge on Tuesday as they spank LSU 91-62 in dominant fashion to cap off a nice road sweep.
Yeah,
go win 2 on the road. Some people are not looking too much into it because it's 2 bottom tier teams, but I mean, it was 2 dominant wins. It's not like we went 1 by 4 and by 2. Like, it was 2 dominant wins. They came out fast in both games, like we've been preaching. Jumped up 10-2. Nobody got to watch it, the 10-2, because whatever game was on before it, Auburn and Vandy would not get over.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the bottom, they're like, to watch Arkansas and LSU, go to the ESPN app. Well, guess what was not on the ESPN app? Arkansas LSU was nowhere on the ESPN app. It was so stupid.
Okay.
But anyway, so we were just watching the little score ticker up top and keeping up on our phone until the game came on. But looked dominant, both ends of the floor. Defense, the last 2 games has looked far improved.
Yeah.
You can say, competition's not been the best, but Josh Hubbard at Mississippi State's one of the best scorers in the SEC, held him under his average and just gave nothing to LSU really. But regardless, thoughts from the game. Soul tied for second place in the SEC, 1 game behind Florida now. So thoughts on what you saw, where everything stands?
Yeah, no, it was a great 2 games. Again, not the greatest competition, like you said, but like we talked about going into it, you just want to go take care of business. These are 2 teams that you're better than. You should go take care of business. That's exactly what we did. So proud of the way we went on the road in 2 very non-hostile environments and took care of business what we needed to do. So Darius Acuff is amazing, continues to impress, and then just getting some good minutes from some other guys. So Isaiah Sealy stepped up again and when we needed him with Knox and Wagner out, and so Pringle had a good game this against LSU. So yeah, I was happy with the road trip. Let's get back. Let's get a revenge game on Valentine's Day, and yeah, let's do it. I was excited. It was fun to watch.
Yeah, I mean, Darius just did Darius things, and it's getting sad because we've only got 7 games left in the regular season, and
Yeah,
it's just like you see like the love of your life slipping away. Like you just don't want it to be over, but it's coming to an end. With
yeah.
just such a special, unique talent. Um, he just makes everything look so easy. He's so good at same foot, same hand finishes. Nobody really talks about that, but
Oh
he's
yeah.
gotten into these habits where, like, when he drives it to the right, he'll just go right foot, right hand, and kind of scoop it, and never even jump. And
Hmm.
whenever you can put that move in your bag, that's an issue
Oh yeah.
because you can just release it so quick. You're not jumping it. I mean, you just scoop it under the bigs, and I mean, yeah, it's just
I
unbelievable.
it's I it's impossible. I could go to the Walmart Fitness Center right now and try to make a right-handed layoff off my right foot with no one there, and I can guarantee I would miss 10 out of 10.
Yeah,
That's a skill that I have never possessed.
yeah.
It's like a mental thing. I'm like, oh, I jumped off the wrong foot, and then it doesn't come off the hand right or something. I don't know.
It's
I'm
harder than it looks. It
yeah,
is. It is harder than it looks. It's something we always practiced, at least once a week, when we go through our finishing moves. When I was coaching, we'd do the same foot, same hand, but it was rarely ever done in a high school game. I mean, even
mm,
when you practice it, like, it's just they can't comprehend it in a game usually. It's very rare.
yeah.
Uh, but,
Well,
yeah.
this
Go ahead.
speaking of ACUF though, that I forgot who the oop was to, but he got in some traffic and just kind of rolled up a alley oop out of no.
Yeah.
I j- I watched the replay 5 times and I still don't know
Yeah.
how he got it. How they
So,
got it.
yeah, he was driving, like, on the left side.
Yeah,
He, like, scooped it from his left hip with his right hand, just kinda, like, two-hand babied it,
yeah,
and it was perfect.
yeah.
And, yeah, I don't remember who finished it, but, unbelievable pass. Unbelievable.
I was like, I again watched the replay a million times. I still don't know how he pulled it off or how the ball. It looked like it was an accident. Like the ball just like flopped out of all the traffic, just magically got
Yeah.
up there. But yeah, he's incredible.
I'm just very, very curious to see kinda where his draft stock ends up. It's really polarizing. There's some people in the media who love him, national media.
Hmm.
They love him. And then there's, like, these random Twitter accounts with, like, 5 or 10,000 followers. Like, some guy released something the other day. It was their top 3 as or All-Americans, first team, second team, third team All-Americans.
Hmm.
Darius Jacob was nowhere to be found.
Hmm.
Like like what are we doing? It's not even
Yeah.
a question. It's not even a question. Then there was some computer metric that had him as, like, the 17th best point guard in the country. Like, dude, it had, like, Tyler Tanner from Vanderbilt way ahead of him. Jacob Gillespie from Tennessee was way ahead of him. 2 guys from Alabama. You're like, "Dude, what are we doing?" Like, I know that's computer metrics and stuff, but,
You know
I
what?
mean,
That's fine. Throw him out of the first round. Let him come back.
that's
That's
right,
good. It's
right.
good with me.
Another year
Mar-
of development. That's
Put him
right.
as low as you want.
That's right. But like I said, there is some people who think really highly of him and think he can take us to a Final Four by himself. Um, but yeah, he did Darius Jacob things. I mean, 20 point or 28 points. I mean, casual, boring 28 points
Right.
and 5 assists. So just unbelievable. Trevor Brazile, back to back, really, really good games. Um, 14 points, 12 rebounds, 5 blocks for Trevin. Staying out of foul trouble, being disciplined, playing better on the defensive end. So yeah, I mean, team effort. Malik Thomas, 20 points,
Mm.
wasn't the most efficient 20, but, he had 20 points. So, yeah, so team effort, everybody doing their part. Seems like they're coming together, gelling a little bit on the defensive end. Um, Before we move on to Auburn, so say Malik Ewan plays with his 4 stitches he had in his face Saturday. So say he plays, and then say Carter and DJ are back, which we need them back. I know we've been
Mhm.
playing well without them, but you got to have more than a 6.5 man rotation.
Mhm.
Um, how do you manage that? How do you manage the minutes?
Yeah.
Do you do you put Carter back in the starting lineup? Do you bring him off the bench? I mean, this group has been playing so well together with them not playing. I mean,
Mhm.
how do you if you're Cal, how do you manage these minutes coming up? Assuming they're both back
Yeah.
Saturday.
If I'm Cal, I'm keeping Billy in the starting lineup, and I'm moving Carter Knox to a previous Billy Richmond role. So like I would just switch their roles basically. Is how I treat it. And then I would maybe slowly work DJ back in. Obviously we need his defensive minutes. And then but I think Isaiah's earned some time in there too. So I don't know how you manage it all and keep everybody happy in the flow of the game. But yeah, if it's me, I kind of reverse maybe Carter Knox and Billy Richmond's roles or minutes, and go from there. Just kind of see how you ease them back into. Which I mean, coming off of a 2-game hiatus, I would think that you're working them back in pretty slowly anyway. But um, yeah, if it's me, I'm reversing Billy and Carter's minutes, and
Yeah.
then slowly working Wagner back in.
I mean, so against LSU, Trevin played 37 minutes. Darius and Billy played 36, and Malik played 34. And against Mississippi State, Trevin played 40. I think Darius played 39, and Malik Thomas played like 38. So, like, that's not really sustainable. Like, you want to
Right.
try to give these guys a minute here or there just for the longevity of the season. Um, Billy went from playing 22 minutes a game to 36 really quick.
Hmm.
So I think Billy could settle in kind of around that 31, 32 minutes a game mark.
Yeah.
So more than what he was given, obviously.
Right.
But still, like, I think 36 is too much, especially how hard he plays. So
Yeah.
you could play Carter those other 8 or 9. If you gave Billy say 30, you gave Carter 10, and then Carter could also, give Trevin that 5 or 6 minute break. And then right there, Carter's got 16, 17 minutes right there.
Hmm.
So like you said, you're kind of just giving him what Billy was at, about 20, 21 a game.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, the question is going to be Isaiah Sealy. I think he's earned a little bit of run somehow.
Yeah.
Um, I'm still not going to say I'm as comfortable with him in the game as I am DJ Wagner, but
Yeah.
I would like to see Isaiah get at least a couple minutes if possible. I don't know. That'll be interesting to see how that plays out.
Yeah. I mean, some foul trouble minutes or so. I mean, he's proven that he could come in. I'm not saying playing 15 minutes a game, but he's shown that he can come in and give you some valuable minutes
Not
if
hurt you.
yeah, if we have some
Yeah.
foul trouble, if we get in a situation where, we need another guard out there. So,
Yeah.
um, yeah. Or even if we need to go small ball, via foul trouble or something. Yeah, I mean,
Hmm.
he's shown that he can give you some valuable minutes there and not hurt you. So,
Or even if Malik Ewan can't go, which I would think just because you got 4 stitches, I don't know why you wouldn't be able to play 4 days later. But if he can't go, then that also opens up some run for Sealy a little bit because you could play Trevin at the 5
hmm,
when Pringle went in, and
yeah,
then that you could play Carter, Billy at the 4, and run Isaiah at the 3. And so,
hmm,
uh, yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Um, couldn't have been a better 2-game road swing. Couldn't have drawn it up any better.
Yeah.
The metrics loved this week for the Hogs, surprisingly. LSU was a quad 1 win. Who would have thought, right? I mean, they're
Yeah.
towards the bottom of the SEC, but so quad 1 wins are if you beat a top 30 net team at home or a top 75 net team on the road.
Okay.
And as of today, LSU's 64 in the net rankings.
Okay. We'll take it.
So, they started off like 11-0,
Yeah.
and I kind of ranted about them early about 10 pods ago, how they hadn't played anybody. But yeah, so that's a sneaky quad 1 win. Hogs move up to 20 in the net rankings. Auburn is 31 in the net. So they have to be top 30 for that to be a quad 1 win. So maybe after tonight, I don't know. I don't think there's any big games tonight, but there may be some tomorrow. Maybe going into Saturday, there may be some movement where they can sneak in that top 30. Hogs jumped a whole seed line and maybe 1.5 seed lines really the last week. There were a lot of 6 seeds. 90% of people had them as a 6 seed going into the week. There's even 1 or 2 7 seeds out there. Now everybody pretty much unanimously has them as a 5 seed, with a couple sneaking in the 4 line. Let me ask you this. So if you're a 4 or 5, you're in the same quadrant as the 1 seed. So you're going to be seeing Arizona or Michigan or whoever. If you're a 6 or a 7 seed, you're down there with the 2 and the 3. So where would you rather be naturally? Would you rather be seated a little bit higher, but have to play a 1 seed in the Sweet 16? Or would you rather be a 6 seed or even a 7 and have to play the 2 or the 3 in the Sweet 16?
That's a good question. I might take the 6 or the 7 only because I don't want to be on the 5. Like if you can guarantee me I'm a 4,
Yeah.
I'd be a little more prone. I don't want to be on the 5 line.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's minimum 1 5-12 upset every year.
Sometimes as many as 3 or 4.
Exactly. Yeah, I think there was 1 year all 4-1.
Yeah, there was 100%. Yeah.
But yeah, we have we have history of beating 1 seeds and 2 seeds. So what were we last year? We had 7.
We were at 10. We were at 10. So we beat Kansas in the 7-10 game. Then we played St. John's.
And then
St. John's was a 2.
I remember we beat the 2. Yeah. 10 seed, Lord. That's I barely remember that. Yeah, I might take a 6 over a 4 or 5, but again, if you guarantee me the 4, I might take the 4. But
so the dreaded 5-12, according to Joe Lunardi. Now this has not been updated since we beat LSU, but the 12 seeds, according to Joe Lunardi, are South Florida, Belmont. Pinion at South Florida, Belmont, which is always like right there in that 12 seed range and beating people. Liberty, again, Liberty's always one of those dangerous teams. And then Stephen F. Austin. Those are the 12 seeds right now. So
they've upset people in the tournament before.
Yeah, dang right. They went to the Sweet 16 or Elite 8 one year.
Yeah, they had that like redheaded dude with the beard. I forget his name.
Yeah, he was a hooper.
They beat my boy Shaka 1 year in the first round.
I believe it. Brad Underwood was the coach at Illinois. He was coaching at Stephen F. Austin when they
he was
run,
he was the coach when they did that.
Yeah. So yeah, that 12 seed is always scary. I saw one that had Yale as a 12 seed. Yale's
absolutely
won a
not.
bunch.
I don't want any part of that.
No. So, and then the 4 seed also I don't remember how many years ago they put it in, but if you're a top 4 seed, they call it a protected seed. So you pretty much get the geographical pick of your, essentially, if we were a top 4, we'd get to play in Oklahoma City or St. Louis our first 2 games. if you're a 5, you could be shipped off to Philadelphia or
Yeah.
Seattle.
Right.
Like if
Yeah.
you're a 4, if you're a top 4 seed, you're pretty much guaranteed a geographical advantage in your
Okay.
first 2 rounds. So that's another big reason to be a 4, to get that protected
Uh,
seed bond.
yeah. Give me the 4 then.
So
I want the 4.
yeah, right. Anyways, Auburn coming to the Bud on Saturday. We all know what happened at Auburn. Just an absolute spanking that they gave to the Razorbacks down there, at the mercy of a whopping 95-73. They've been struggling a little bit as of late. They're not playing their best basketball right now, but they're still projected, I think, a 9 seed in the NCAA tournament. Um, they have Keyshawn Hall, who's the second leading scorer, I think, behind Darius Acuff in the SEC right now by 0.1 points. Um, this game worries me a little bit. I don't really have a reason. It's just a vibes thing. I would think after what happened down there, these guys would be a little motivated to, revenge is kind of a cheesy word, but just, you know, chip on your shoulder, just being a competitor, being embarrassed. Like you would think they would come out with a little extra something, being at home for the first time in a week.
Hmm.
Uh, I don't know. What are your vibes on this game? How do you feel about it?
I'm I'm mixed about it. I mean, I'm exactly the same. I hate to just completely agree with you there, but yeah, I think that we should have a chip on our shoulder from how they beat us last time, and um, but they're going to come in with something to prove. They've lost two in a row, maybe 3 in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Definitely 2 in a row. I don't know if it's 3 in a row. But and then we've won 2 in a row, so like I could see where we're feeling good and like lax a little bit. You've got guys that are going to be tired. They've played a lot of minutes the last 2 games. So yeah, I mean, there's definitely reason to feel nervous about it because Auburn's gonna come in hungry for a win.
Yeah,
We've
they've lost three in a row.
3 in a row.
So
Yeah, so uh, yeah, I could see where they're hungry and come in one of the just one of those games where kind of like Kentucky started off where like it feels like the opposing team can't miss in Bud. uh, and so I hope it's not the case. I hope we come out with something to prove ourselves and trying to show that we can beat this team when we need to. But yeah, it's just it could feel like a little trap game just because they're going to be hungry and definitely don't want to lose 4 in a row. So I
yeah, I
don't know.
mean they don't want to play onto that bubble. They're kind of that 9, 9, 10 seed right now. And like if you lose another one, you're pretty much squarely on the bubble, first 4 out, first 4 in type deal. And yeah, off three losses in a row. And I mean if what we've seen defensively these last 2 games is any indication of the adjustments that we've made and kind of the mentality shift on the defensive end, I mean, I think we'll know more about it Saturday. Was it strictly the competition, or did we really make these adjustments? Have we really gotten better? Like,
Yeah,
well, Saturday will tell us that.
yeah,
So,
yeah. Much higher quality opponent coming in on Saturday. So
yeah, I'm nervous about it. I don't know. Auburn always is a tough game, always, and so even and like, dude, we haven't won. I didn't even realize this, but like, we haven't been in first place as good as we've been in basketball. All the Elite Eights and Sweet 16s and NBA draft picks, blah, blah, blah. We haven't been in first place in the SEC in the second half of the SEC slate since 95.
hmm
So,
we've
and
been we've been a tournament team. Honestly, I mean, we've been pretty average at best in the regular season. I mean, you just said I didn't even realize we were a 10 seed last year. Like,
yeah, right,
and I think
right.
Muss's best seed was what, a 4 or
I think
5.
we were a 4 1 year. I
Okay,
think we were a 4 1 year. Uh,
yeah. So
but then we were at 5 the next year, and yeah, so
Yeah, we've made tournament runs. It's not like we've dominated the regular season or anything. We just figured it out at
yeah,
tournament time. So
yeah. Actually, no, we were at 3 the year that the COVID year, we were at 3, I think. That's the year that Baylor beat us, and Baylor won the Natty because we played Baylor in the Elite 8, and they were a 1, so we would have had to have been a 3.
okay,
Um, but that was a COVID year. That was a weird year. That's the year we beat Texas Tech, with Mac McClung, and, but yeah,
yes,
I mean, Muss always started off slow in the SEC, and then sometimes we'd get hot, the second
mhm,
half or something, and, um but yeah, just being a 1 seed, winning the freaking SEC conference outright, like, being a 1 seed in the SEC tournament,
uh,
that would be
that
so,
would
so cool.
it'd be awesome.
Like, that would be so cool. Like, I know it's a small thing and it's semantics, but, um, that would be really neat. I do have a big future on us to win the SEC, so I may be a little biased in that,
Mhm,
but yeah, we haven't won the SEC regular season since, like, '95, so we're in good position to do it. 1 game back right now. You win them all. You win them all. You win the SEC. It's pretty much that easy. So
yeah,
win the next 7, but it's gonna be a tough next 7. Ain't no more Oklahomas, LSU, Mississippi States. I
yeah,
mean, now we're all Auburn, Alabama, Florida on the road, Texas, Missouri twice. Like it's about to get tough real quick. So
yeah,
big commitment coming from Jordan Smith Jr. today. Those of you that aren't familiar or don't pay attention to recruiting, he is the number 2 overall player in the country in this year's class. Uh, between there's like 5 schools listed, but it's between Arkansas and Duke.
hmm
It's kind of Kentucky's on the outside. I don't think they're getting them. Um, Syracuse, Georgetown. He's from that area, so I think maybe proximity to home. But it's between Arkansas and Duke, and there's been several crystal balls the last 24 hours that have came out for Arkansas from these recruiting
hmm
guys. Uh, Even one of the Duke beat writers gave Arkansas a crystal ball, so that's surely. Um, but this dude is a freak. Like I said, number 2 player in the country. He's a true point guard. Darius Acuff was like the 10th, 11th ranked player in the country. That doesn't always translate, obviously,
right, yeah.
but um, how you feel about our chances of getting Jordan Smith Jr. tomorrow and the next heir apparent at point guard to Darius?
Yeah, I mean, from everything the experts are saying, yeah, it's leaning Arkansas. It sounds like it would be maybe not surprise, may not be the right word, but it would be a slight upset, I think, if he didn't come. So yeah, hopefully we get him, and if he's paying attention at all to what Acuff's doing, then I mean that'd be reason for me to want to come play. So
Right. And I'm sure that's like what Cal's been telling him and showing him. And I know Cal went and watched him play in person like 2 weeks ago. Uh, but he's kind of got, I mean, I'm not super familiar with like his skill set, you
hmm
know, but I know he's not big. I know he's like 6'2", 6'3". So he's kind of like Darius in that aspect.
hmm
I know dude, he looks like a linebacker. People say Darius looks like a free safety, like his
hmm
build. This kid
yeah.
looks like a linebacker. Uh, but he hits like 7 threes a game right now in high school, so he can really shoot it. He's strong. Uh, yeah, I mean, I think it would just be a huge get. And obviously, you already got JJ Andrews coming, who's a 5-star. Um, it's hard to say you're an underrated 5-star, but some people think JJ Andrews should be a top 5 or 6 player in the
hmm
country.
Yeah.
Even though he's a 5-star, he's hanging out around like 15.
hmm
And then Abdou Toure on a couple of the recruiting services has been bumped up to a 5-star from a 4-star. So he's getting some love. So I mean, once again, you're just looking at these elite Cal recruiting classes. We're just spoiled rotten right now. I mean, even if we may not always be super happy with the product on the court or this or that. Like, you always know with Cal, you're gonna get some 5 stars in here.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it's really exciting times. Really
Oh yeah,
exciting times.
that's what I said when we hired Cal. I was like, his best. There was a lot of speculation of like, does he still have it? Does he still have the fire? Does he still want to, be? I was like, look, we may never make it to the Final Four while he's here, but I was like, we'll be two things: we'll be relevant, and we're gonna have some dudes on the court.
Yeah.
And I was like, if nothing else, it'll be fun to watch for the most part. And obviously be frustrating at times, but yeah, I mean, I'm happy to have him as our coach, and I will do my best to not take these recruiting classes for granted because yeah, we've in our lifetime have not had
Lord, no.
these recruiting classes come up. So
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a, very, very and Muss had a couple of good ones, but nothing like this consistently.
mhm.
So, but anyway, so yeah, big news waiting on that. I would be just devastated.
Did he announced a time on that?
It's right before he plays his game. So he has a game. I mean, high school games usually start at what, 6 or 7. So he's
Yes,
doing it like
right.
before he plays his
Probably
game.
six
So
o'clock our time or 8 o'clock our time.
yeah.
8 o'clock our time. 7 o'clock
So
our time, somewhere in there.
yeah, I'm not sure, but yeah. So hopefully we don't get Bob-Odd because we were supposed to get Bob-Odd and he went to Maryland at the last second. So
Yeah,
don't want to get Bob-Odd. But
yeah.
anyways, yeah. Big exciting news. Good time to be a Razorback basketball fan. And now all those tweets are popping up. Razorback fans are quote tweeting all these because right when Cal left, it was like all those Kentucky fans were like, people are going to realize it. All these recruits were committing to Kentucky, not John Calipari. And Mark Pope, I don't think Kentucky has a commit yet. I don't think they have one freshman commit
Really?
for next year. Yeah, not
Wow.
one. And so, of course, our crazy fans are just going wild on Twitter
Mhm.
with all that stuff. But anyways, baseball's starting up. The Hogs down in Arlington as we speak at the Shriners. Which was it? The Shriners Classic. Shriners is a hospital, so
Mhm.
it's just a Shriners Classic. But we talked a little bit on Tuesday, just a hair about kind of how important baseball is, where it ranks to us, how much we follow it. Like I said, in our house, we've already got the Flow Sports subscription ordered. We'll be
All
watching the
right.
games. That's what we do. Big baseball fans. Uh, Jumping off right into the deep water. I mean, as we always do. But Oklahoma State, TCU, and Texas Tech, first 3 games. Jumping in knees deep. We'll give a little depth chart breakdown here in a second. But what are your expectations from the Hogs this weekend?
Oh, for this weekend. Okay.
This
I thought,
weekend, yeah.
thought you were about to ask me the season.
No, this weekend.
Yeah. I mean, let's get 2 or 3. Let's just win the weekend. I'm not expecting you to go down there and sweep it and blow everybody out by 10 runs or anything. But let's not get swept. We do that one year in Houston, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
Um, yeah. So let's not go 0-3, but let's get a W or two down there, and let's get warmed up, get the bats flowing, get the arms loose. Let's get the season kicked off and ready to roll.
Get to know all the new names.
Yeah, dude. I don't know why baseball. It takes me. I mean, obviously, there's baseball's just different animal because you're not all on the field at the same time. It's you got guys coming off a lot more people coming off the bench and pitchers and all that stuff. So, but it always takes me till almost the post. It almost takes me the full regular season to get like the roster down.
Yeah.
Well, and
Ev
they're not on his TV as much, like that kind of stuff. So
yeah.
it's anyway, so it always takes me a little longer to get the baseball roster down, but we got some key pieces coming back, and I'm excited about that. Ryder Helfrich he may go down as my favorite baseball player to come through the program. So if he can put together another good year, I love the cut of his jib, as our Englishmen would say. So um, excited. I'm just excited about the season. So
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we'll kinda go through the depth chart just a little bit. We're not gonna bore everybody with it, but, a lot of the casual baseball fans kind of, trying to get to know the team a little bit, know what to expect. Like you said, Ryder Helfrich, arguably the best catcher in the nation.
hmm
Um, I think everybody expects big things out of him. Probably a first round draft pick at the end of this year if he does what everybody kind of thinks he's going to do. Just kind of going around the robin, Reese, and I'm going strictly off the top of my head right here. So I've dug in like the last 2 weeks. Like I started watching, a few baseball pods and watching the Dave Van Horn press conferences and trying to really get familiar with the team. Reese Robinette will be back at first base. He kind of got that job halfway through the year last year. He's not a great offensive player. He's going to hit 260, hopefully making it up 270, 280. Big old boy though, a lot of power. Great eye at the plate. He's going to draw a lot of walks. Really good defensive first baseman. So it's nice to have a returner at first base. As of right now, Cam Kozel is going to start at second base. Obviously, a lot of people's favorite, from last year, high energy guy, uh, fun, does all the fishing, YouTube, and all this and that. So you got a returner there. Uh, Nolan Souza is going to be DHing, so he was your second baseman until he got hurt. But I know he's going to start at DH. He's still trying to work his arm back uh, from that injury last year. And he's going to be batting leadoff tomorrow, which kind of surprised me. He wasn't hitting real well last year when he got hurt, and
right.
he's kind of a high strikeout guy. But he's going to be batting leadoff. So hopefully he can get on base, and nobody's ever going to beat Charles Davalon last year. Like Charles Davalon is one of my favorites of all time, and so it's going to be hard to top that. But hopefully Souza can be a good leadoff guy. I know he steals a lot of bases. The freshman, this is what's scary. Carson Brumbaugh, he's going to be your starting shortstop, true freshman out of Oklahoma. Um, Dave is really big on defense. That's his passion. DVH loves good defense. And obviously, if he's starting this kid at shortstop, he thinks he's a special player. So um, that can be a little nerve wracking. Going from the Golden Spikes winner, Wahiva Aloy, to a true freshman. Obviously, he's not going to have the bat that Wahiva Aloy has. Not even close as a true freshman.
Yeah.
But like I said, he was a highly recruited guy out of high school. Turned down a lot of money in the draft to come to college. So TJ Pompey is going to be starting at third base, I believe. He's a Texas Tech transfer. Had a great freshman year at Texas Tech. I think he hit 15 or 16 bombs as a freshman. Got hurt last year after 20 games, but had already hit 6 bombs in 20 games. I'm not sure what kind of glove he's got, but I know he's got a pretty good bat. So be interesting to see how that plays out. And then in the outfield, center field, you got Micah New, the transfer from Marshall. People have really been hyping this kid up like he's something special. I think he was MVP of the Cape this summer. Had a really good Cape season, and I mean they act like he's just a special elite talent. So hopefully that translates over. I expect him to arguably be our best overall player this year, possibly. If what I've heard is what I've seen is comes to fruition. Right field, Kahio Aloy is going to start in right field. Get moved out of DH into right field. I know he's been having some issues out there. Dave talked about in his presser yesterday. He's learning right field on the fly. He's gonna make some errors. He's gonna give up a run here or there. But they're willing to ride it until SEC play to see if he can figure it out. Um, Obviously, his bat, his power, big old boy, probably going to lead the team in home runs if I had to guess, lead the team in RBIs. Nice to have Cahillo back. And then in left field, you got, I think his name's Damian Ruiz, transfer from Lamar. He was what conference is Lamar? Southland? Are they Southland? I think they're Southland. He was a player of the year in the conference, whatever,
Yeah.
wherever he was. He was player of the year. And then I know he's fighting for that spot with Christian Turner, who's a true freshman, who's really came in and turned some heads. So, you got some new faces. You're losing Charles Davalon, Justin Thomas, Wahiva, Loy, obviously. Uh, and so, it's going to take some getting used to with some of these guys. Gabe Gackle starting game one. He's unbelievable arm for his last year. Couldn't really figure it out as a starter. Got moved to the pen. Then he went back to his old self. So hopefully he can be that Friday night guy for us. Hunter Dietz is starting game two. Hunter Dietz has pitched 2 innings in 2 years. He hasn't been able to stay healthy, but he's got really good stuff. Highly touted recruit. So hopefully he can stay healthy and be a true Saturday night guy. And then they end up going Colin Fisher as the game 3 starter. He was our midweek guy last year, but they said he's had a really, really good fall, really good winter. And so he'll be the game 3 guy. And then Cole Gibbler, who everybody thought would be the game 2 or game 3 guy, is going to fill into that Kevin Kopps, Gabe Gackle role. He probably could have been a starter, but they like having that. That's something that Hobbs has really loved, is having that guy that he could come in and pitch 3 innings and finish a game. You
Mm-hmm.
can pitch Gackle, Gibbler, be done with it. And then Gibbler could come back even on Sunday if you had to.
Yeah.
So there's your 6-minute rundown of the depth chart and what it's looking like. I'm not super familiar with the bullpen. I know we got a lot of transfer arms, a couple freshman arms. I know Dave said in his press conference yesterday that he thinks this may be the deepest bullpen he's had. So we'll see. Anything to add to any of that?
Well, you are much more well versed on the baseball roster than I am at this point, but yeah, it all sounds good.
Right.
No, I hope it's the deepest roster that we've had. I feel like I've heard that in seasons past before,
Yeah.
and it always kind of like fizzles out. But yeah, I'm big expectations for this year, as always. You want to have those expectations to be a top tier program. The only thing we're missing is that national championship from being like basically the blue blood of college baseball over the past 10 years or so. So I think we have like the best regular season record by far.
Since 2016, it's not even close, I think.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, we just need to get that natty and call it good.
Yeah.
I really think that he's just holding on to get one, and then so he can go spend time with those triplets, grandbabies. But
Yeah.
we need to. I just feel like it would be such a weight off of not only his shoulders, but just like the program as a whole. Like just the expectation has been there basically since before 2018, but then definitely after 2018, and yeah, I think it's something that needs to happen, and so I don't want it to become like a ultimate pressure thing, like where it's just like a pressure cooker waiting to like blow like every time you get to the postseason. But
We're
yeah, if we could,
there. We're
yeah,
there.
well, right, but
Yeah.
um, yeah, I just want to see it happen. Just want to see a group of guys that can. And I really thought last year's team was it, just the
Dude,
way.
that's the thing. All right, that's the thing. Me and my wife talked about this today.
Uh-huh.
Like, this team's not getting as much love as teams in the past nationally. Nobody's picking this team to win the SEC. Most people haven't finished in second or third.
Mm-hmm.
They're ranked like 7th or 8th in the country in all these preseason polls. There's never going to be another team. I don't think I shouldn't say never. It's good. There hasn't been, and I don't foresee it in the future, there being a more talented team than what we had last year.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where it's so deflating is you're like, if that team can't do it, then who the hell's
20,
gonna do it?
2018 was pretty stacked too. You had
Yeah,
Hurstad,
Curse, they had Casey Martin,
Casey
yeah.
Martin, and then we had three good arms, 1, 2, 3. But anyway, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe this team not being as highly touted in the preseason is a good thing. Because here's the deal: we've been the number 1 seed all year before, and the number 1 overall seed, and we didn't win it. We've been a top 2 or 3 seed, didn't win it. Maybe we just need to go in as like a 10 seed, and maybe that'll be maybe that's what
I
we do.
mean, historically, Arkansas sports performs better when we're not expected to be the top dog. Like football's
Yeah.
always been great or I say great. We've always been better when we're picked towards the bottom, except for last year. And basketball. So usually when we're
Uh,
not picked is usually when we perform better. So
I just remember last year in Omaha, and I still to this day will live on this hill. I will die on this hill. This program is cursed. This baseball program is cursed. There's no other explanation. We've dominated the sport for 10 years. We do things the right way. We win all the games. And just for whatever reason, I saw the tweet today. If Wahiva Lloyd turns the routine double play in the 9th inning,
uh
we win that game. But he decided to take the out at third. Like,
huh.
there's no other explanation from that. He's the best player in college baseball. He's a Golden Spikes winner. If he won't turn the routine double play, it's a curse. There's no other explanation for it. And then Davalon, no errors on the whole season. Hits him in the head or the foot or wherever. I still don't know where it hit him. I was there. I couldn't tell. But, no errors all year. I
Yeah.
mean, there's no other explanation. So, I'm all in. I will watch every game. I'll live and die on every pitch. But there's no more deserving human being on this earth.
Yeah.
Any sport, college or professional, that deserves
Mhm.
a national championship than Dave Van Horn.
Right. Yeah.
And so I just pray the baseball gods will take care of our guy. So,
Yeah.
anyways, Micah New, that's the name for all you casual fans to pay attention to. Micah New, calling my shot.
Mike. Okay.
Micah New. A couple quick from other news. Ron Silverfield has some stuff to figure out that he probably didn't expect to be figuring out in the month of February, as his defensive line coach got poached by the Indianapolis Colts today. Marion Hobby is now the defensive line coach for the Indianapolis Colts.
Okay.
Eddie Orgeron, come on down, buddy. I mean,
Yeah.
it's kind of late in the game to be hiring coaches.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what that's going to look like or what his options are. But yeah, Marion and Hobby, defensive line coach, is gone. Thoughts?
Yeah, I did not hear that today. So that's interesting.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
uh
not ideal.
yeah. So let's figure that out. I would love to see Ed Orgeron. So if just go pluck him off of nude beach somewhere, wherever he's
That's
at,
right.
get him on down here.
That's right. Come on, ADO. Yeah, not ideal. I don't know. Be curious to see what he pulls out of his hat for that. And then Trinidad Chambliss
Yeah.
got the injunction today from the court in Mississippi. Of course he did. It was in Mississippi.
Right.
I'm sure the judge is a donor.
Yeah.
This is completely different than the Bediako case. Charles Bediako just completely straight up broke the rules of
Hmm.
eligibility.
Yeah.
This was Trinidad applying for one more year because of a medical redshirt year that he was trying to backtrack, where he
Mhm.
didn't play because he was injured, but for some reason it wasn't considered a medical redshirt then. Um, so, dude, I'm a Trinidad fan. I love watching him play this year. His story, I love watching him in the college football playoffs. Dude's a top 3 or 4 quarterback in the whole country. You know whose problem it is not? It is not the Arkansas Razorbacks' problem because we don't play Ole Miss next year. So,
Oh, there you go. All right.
which is weird. Doesn't even make sense that we're not playing Ole Miss in football.
Yeah.
But yeah, thoughts on Trinidad Chambliss getting a 6th year?
Yeah, I guess I'm happy for him. I mean, if he was just gonna go in the first 2 or 3 rounds of the NFL draft.
Yeah,
So, um, yeah, it's who was it that was saying it was super weird times that we're in that a player is suing the NCAA to come back to college when he was at the time a projected like first round pick. So,
yeah, yeah,
uh, yeah, it's normally, you know, back in our day, players were itching, dying to leave early to go pro, and now it's the other way around. But of course, I mean, I said all along. I mean, before they were getting paid, I was like, dude, I would have loved to. If I was a Division I college athlete, I was like, I would have loved to stay in college the whole time and just lived it up and did my thing in college and then go pro. Like the pros will always be there. If and I mean,
yeah,
you can say what you want. Like Matt Leinart may have messed his career up by coming back another year or whatever, but I think those things are going to happen to you either way. So, um, anyway, yeah, happy for him, I guess. And you know, you feel as good for him as you can. I mean, I hate Ole Miss,
yeah,
um, but you know, God played Division II his whole career and only got 1 year at the Division I level. Obviously, made the most of it. Dang near won a national championship. So, um, anyway,
yeah.
yeah.
My deal, and it'll be appealed. The NCAA will appeal it, um, but I don't know if this appeal will get overturned. I feel like this is probably set in stone.
Hmm.
My only deal that I don't like about it, well, there's 2 things. Is, he's a 6-year guy, so he's about to be like 24 years old. I'm just guessing he's 24, 23, 24, 25. And it gets to an age where like that's prime athletic career of your life. Like these guys in the NFL, they're having their best years in their mid upper 20s. But starting in their mid 20s is when they really start balling out. And
Hmm.
so it gets to a point where 24-year-olds playing against 18-year-olds is getting a little, I don't know. I don't love that. I don't love that. I don't think that's what the college game is made for. A good freshman or redshirt freshman playing against a 24-year-old who could be a third year NFL guy. So
Hmm.
I don't love that. And then just the whole Ole Miss deal with them and Dabo, them clearly cheating. Like I don't
Yeah.
like seeing people who are openly cheating, doing that, getting the rich getting richer. That
Hmm.
kind of I wish it was just some other team. Um, but you know, tomatoes, tomatoes. That's just me. Old guy sitting on his porch, drinking his coffee and rambling. That's all I'm doing.
Yeah.
So
Uh, well, I got a ESPN update. It's probably a couple weeks ago. I don't remember who it was or what school it was, but somebody got another year of eligibility granted, and his college career started in 2018. Uh,
that's
I forget
insane.
I forget who it was and what school it was, but yeah, it said something like college career started in 2018, was granted another year of eligibility. So I don't know what happened. I don't know if he started college, went on like a Mormon mission or something and came back or what, but yeah. I mean, we're now in the year 2026, so
Yeah, I mean, what are we doing? What are we doing?
yeah.
Taking away the game, the the s- the sports, the college athletics that we love. Last thing, then we'll get off of here. We went a little bit long today. Um, Valentine's Day thoughts. Are you a Valentine's Day guy? You a what's the vibes on the hearts?
I think it's a made up holiday created by the greeting card cartel, and I'll stick to it now. Do I buy the flowers like everybody else and deliver them to my wife's work because they don't count if other people don't see them? Yes, I do. Um, but am I happy about it? No. What I was happy about was getting to go to Doe's Steakhouse every Valentine's Day because we started that tradition, as mentioned before on the pod, only to find out that they have now closed in Bentonville. So if I want to go there, I got to go all the way to Fayetteville. So Valentine's Day this year and definitely next year, I don't know what's going to happen because I think we talked about it on the pod that Valentine's Day next year is Super Bowl Sunday. So I don't know what the world is thinking on that deal. I will be I will be watching the Super Bowl with my boys on Super Bowl.
Football or the wife?
Yeah.
Football, the boys or the wife? We're gonna all have decisions to make.
Yeah. May or may not be married this time next year on the pod. But
That's right. That's right.
but no, I don't know. I think they just make up holidays because they needed something between Christmas and Easter to do something and to sell stuff. So here we are
Right.
now, Valentine's Day.
So we're essentially to the point in our lives where Valentine's Day consists of us just going and having a dinner.
Hmm.
So we don't do the presents, we don't do the gifts. If I'm feeling frisky, I'll do some flowers, but usually don't do flowers. She don't even really, like we're just like, hey, let's just save the money. And instead of buying me flowers that are gonna die in 3 days, go buy me a really nice steak and a really nice margarita, and I'll be much happier. And
Okay.
so, we've came to a mutual agreement on where we stand on that, and we'd both rather enjoy a nice Ruth Chris steak and a couple beverages than a package of Hershey Kisses and a dozen roses that'll die in 4 days. And so
Well, if you're
now,
not if
if
you're not
she
Hershey Kisses, you're doing it wrong anyway. So
right, right, if she wanted a bunch of roses and flowers, I would do it. But
hmm.
but we just we discuss all this, and we're both happy with and on the same page. And so it actually we don't even really know it is Valentine's Day. It's just an excuse for us to drop the kids off with the grandparents and go get a nice dinner.
There you go.
So
Yeah. My
anyways,
wife does appreciate the flowers, so I usually do. Sam's Club
yep.
comes in clutch for me every time they do live bouquets that they're throwing out and putting out on the counter, so you don't have
Hmm.
to do any kind of like crazy order. You just run in there. I usually just pick the prettiest one. Sometimes it might be the most expensive one. I don't know, but Sam's Club is still way cheaper than some of your
Oh
other
yeah,
places. So,
yeah.
uh, so I get off pretty easy. It's right down the road from my wife's office, so from the Walmart home office. So I just run it in there, drop them off, get the credit, get the big thank you text, and then usually we go to Doe's that night. But I don't know what we're gonna do this year. First of all, it's on Saturday this year, so
Everything is booked.
yeah,
So
I may just cook something at home,
that's
and
right.
we're still putting this house together, as you can see. But anyway, yeah. So we may have like a little Valentine's date of putting the house, like doing some more unboxing, maybe put some pictures on the wall. We got like no pictures on the wall in this house, so
That's right.
maybe we'll do that and call it good.
That's right. Quality time together.
Yeah.
That's all that
We're also
matters.
on we're also on baby watch, so we are inside of a month of welcoming the newest Drake baby to the world. So
Mm.
So anyway, we got all that going for us right now.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. Lot going on, lot going on. Well, hope everybody has a great Valentine's Day. If you don't have a Valentine, then I don't have anything for you.
enjoy
Not
it.
right, yeah. God bless you. Um, but hopefully the Hogs can pull off a dub with Auburn on Saturday, and the Diamond Hogs can have a good first showing in Arlington. So it's going to be a great sports weekend. Uh, good eating day on Saturday. So, anyways, everybody like, follow, subscribe, tell a friend about us, and take us home, brother.
All right. Stay classy. Never yield. Treat your Valentine to whatever they want. So
Whoop big.
whoop big.